The legendary sea monster Lernaia Hydra, the Hydra, was this a monster or was this a natural phenomenon? Lerna, a sacred site located on the beach 8 kilometers from the city of Argos. Argos is not far from Sparta in Greece. To the west rose the sacred Mount Pontinos with its sacred grove of plane trees and stretched to the sea. The natural border of the grove was one side the river of Pontius, while the other side a small river formed by the waters of the spring of Aminon. Every year, nocturnal ceremonies were held in honor of Dionysus, the god of wine, who from this point descended to Tartarus to bring back Semele, while for other later ones, the area was considered the point from where Hades and Persephone descended to the realm of the dead, and for this reason the mysteries of Demeter of Lernaia were held there. This sacred area was once terrorized by the Hydra, a monster that had its lair under the sycamore tree at the seven springs of the defense and frequently the nearby treacherous marshes, a marsh that had become the grave of many a careless traveler. The monster had a huge body, snake-like or dog-like. It possessed an immortal head and an additional 7 or more. It was so poisonous that even its breath, as well as the smell of its footprints, were capable of destroying everything around. You can see on the rock here at the 5 o'clock position, there's a man standing there. That's how huge these monsters were, supposedly. Now thus, following the order of King Eurystheus, Hercules set out to destroy this monster, the Lernaia Hydra, and with the help of Aeolus and the advice of the goddess Athena, the mission is crowned with an absolute success. The monster ceases to exist by making use of fire and with Hercules delivering the final death blow. All this, however, took place according to the well-known legend. In fact, the existence of the Lernaia Hydra and its treatment takes a different turn, receives different versions. One version holds that the Hydra was a source of 7 underground rivers, that the inhabitants of Lerna suffered from its floods, whereas its final drying was achieved with the use of fire. Another is that Hercules, as a holy king, had to defend. Hercules was born in Thebes, as we know, about an hour drive north of Athens. Hercules, as a holy king, had to defeat the animals that represented the various signs of the ancient calendar. These indicated that during the period of time he would reign, he could have an effect on natural phenomena. In addition, there is also that of remembering a historic event. An attempt to abolish the eugenic ceremonies of Lerna there in the sacred grove of the trees, which was finally set on fire. And finally, given the tendency of the ancient Greeks to personify both the gods and the calamities that befall them from time to time, there is a version of malaria, an extremely deadly disease carried by the swarms of mosquitoes that thrived in this marsh, but which were successfully treated by the use of fire. So in conclusion, although the latter version is particularly demystified, the demigod hero Hercules loses none of his eternal luster. He was a redeemer of human suffering, while his example continues to guide future generations. And this is from Ancient Mysteries. I've translated this from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.